Hello. Oh, we're streaming. Hello, peoples of the world. I can't see who is there because I don't have YouTube open. So I'm going to do that. According to our diagnostics, I have no idea. We have 2 people. Oh my days. I cannot believe it. Hello, those people who I do not know yet. Your videos. That's what I need. You can tell how prepared I am, guys. So.
Hi, Jonathan. Oh no. Ah.
Oh no. Oh gosh.
Okay.
I need to go to. What do I need to do? I'm gonna go to channel. No, I don't need
Bonjour, Bouba. Comment ça va?
Ouais, bonjour, bonsoir. Mais my video is not. Oh, your no, girl. I'm gonna lose it.
I thought you went ma because you were gonna change the gender of the word.
No, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just trying to just figure out how chat's doing something. And if word comes to worse. Oh my gosh. For those of you at home, my computer, I don't understand what's wrong with it. It works fine, other than like it's just like when I click on shit, like it just doesn't do what it needs to do. So it's very like I do not know. There we go. Oh my days. So hopefully if I type in the name, it should work. Grr. But in essence, I believe the reason why you have come here, for all our 3 viewers that I can't see yet, is I think we're creating a new language. Is that what's happening? I think so too. That's wild. And also, oh, there we go. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's Jonathan and Bubba. That's who our 2 viewers are. Oh my
yeah, I've just managed to get the chat open on my desktop.
Yes. Yes.
Stunning. Okay.
Okay.
Should we get the document open? Or
I think we should get the document open. So I'm going to go down to Google Meet. I'm going to go. Oh gosh. I'm going to present. Oh, I'm going to go to a reference grammar of blah, 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 and I'm going to not share. Bow, 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 bow. Here we go. And you should see stuff on your screen because it should be going, and I think it just went. And we'll see when we go on the YouTubes here. Oh gosh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Danny. Yes. Oh, let's go. We are up and running. Hi, Magpie.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm asked.
I don't know what I do here anymore. I just hope and pray things work sometimes. And right now, I made the smart idea of like how I phrase this. I can't pin this. Ooh, no, but like it said to like download the web app, and I'm like, sure, if you want me to, why not? Let's go. Anywho, I could talk anything about it, but as you see here, we have consonants, we have vowels, we have some grammar notes, but this, I believe, is an unfinished section because you guys had a poll to vote on that kind of told us what we were thinking about, what language you wanted us to create. And agglutinating or isolating. Or nope, or fusional. I don't want to isolating. No.
Did you really just call it agglutinating?
Yeah, I called it agglutinating, language, not an agglutinating. And then I said, I'm just going all over the place. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But the overall winner from like by a long shot is a fusional language.
With
there we go. Nice. with something that's for us to kind of figure out later on in the series. But in essence, this is kind of, yeah. We got our gram, got our verbs. Oh, we got some stuff down here. Jake, I'm gonna let you take hold of this and tell the
Okay,
people.
I just need you to be on cinematography.
Heard. I got you.
Um, so I don't know why Miles named the language Lorne, or the people there. Is
Those
this?
are my stand-in names.
Oh, wait, just across the board?
Pretty much.
What?
Yeah. Loring and Larng Larng. Absolutely.
I can't believe that. Anyway, uh, well, I just said yes and developed the Jorngraphy.
Jorn. Jorn. The Jorn Jorn.
Or Jorn. Um, okay, so some people will have seen this before. Um, um, okay, so like the area that we have set up has like this bay basically, and when I came to do the stuff at the very beginning of the of Jesse's now I've forgotten what it's called. I'm a fake
Online
fan.
year?
Yeah, Conlang year. Um, like I started mapping everything out
Yeah.
more properly. Um, and one of the things that we identified was that we've got this bay that's going to have this warm current. I am a fake Jesse fan, Jonathan. Um, because the only thing Jesse's ate is burgers. Thank you. I don't know
Yes.
why. Jesse. Anyway,
I mean, we're just here for the Stan Twitter memes, let's be honest.
yeah. So we kind of realized that right next door, where this warm current cools off, is going to be like a Mediterranean climate, and we thought it'd be kind of interesting to play with something there. But there's also always more islands, and the way that we've drawn the islands, I would like to stress, is not super accurate to how they're actually. This isn't like a very like a diagram that's meant to represent how things truly are. And so if we scroll down, like this kind of schematic basically says this this language is originating here in the Urheimat, and then the Loring Islands and the Kongwa Islands are going to be like in this bay, and then we've got all these other languages over here. This color represents the Mediterranean. The green is the fact that the islands basically have enough precipitation that they're both going to be fairly wet. We can expect more of a temperate rainforest, but it's not going to be kind of like as cold as I think some of what we've used with Yatlao. And yeah, Jonathan, like we kind of ran with this joke that Tethys was making about how it's not actually the mountains that cause the adjectives to show up. It's the ley lines that run underneath them. And one thing that we were thinking is that we were going to have some mid vowels along this ley line here, which I don't think that you'll be able to see me.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
it took me way too long to realize what the color coding was. Like as soon as like I saw like the blue, I'm like, that's water. Of course it is. Duh. And then just like that doesn't make so much sense.
One thing to say is that we've said the mountain tone ley line is here.
Mm.
Oh, I'm like Osh Kise? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a language we haven't shown you very much of, but that's related to the language families that are on the other side of the mountains. It doesn't have tone.
We don't have
Maybe
time
it
right
needs
now.
to get tone.
I think eventually it will. I think this might be some developments we make, not to promise, but maybe we make some developments for Luxembourg round 2. Put that on the book, maybe. But that's
For
a whole.
Osh Kise?
What's up?
For Osh Kise?
Yeah, either that, like Yoshima or something like this. But this is, of course, all. How do I phrase this? You know, theoretical. In
Subject to change.
It's all subject to change and always to be determined.
And then the last little bit is that we would steal, essentially, because we haven't sought any approval or anything.
God forbid.
The wheel of Kiki Bouba astrology.
Amen. So I am midway through Kibi territory. For sure.
And I am I'm almost a borderline Kiba.
Oh my god. But are you a Beaky? You're a Beaky.
No, I'm a Kiba.
Oh, you're borderline. Okay, let's say you were almost a borderline Kiba.
Oh no, I'm a Kiba, but only just.
So we are off by one vowel. I think we need to start, or I think it's now time after we have disclosed our wonderful little videos, little pictures. I know I did your videos, but it's time for the phonology. It's time for what I've been waiting for.
It's everyone's favorite part.
It's the phonology. Hello. That's why it's called that.
It's only going downhill from here.
Yay! Woohoo!
Oh, I love how you put all of these columns in, but none of the symbols.
Absolutely, because it's our job to fill in the gubbins.
Okay. Well, for one thing, we know.
Okay.
Why is the nasals all the way down there?
I do it through a sonority hierarchy, so I always put them in that position.
I meant that I had to change it when we submitted the thing to Create Lingua. Anyway. Okay, we've got B.
We got B. Okay. We got, I mean, yes, we got I. We got A. We got U. Perfect.
Okay. Well.
That's it. No, it's not. We can't do this. So, as it is presented, I'm going to come out on a limb and just do this. Add some nice TD distinction here. And I think it's just like, if we're having a voiced bilabial and then a voiceless velar, I think that's not controversial.
But remember, this is proto, so we don't necessarily need the E. Should we? So we had talked about a running a little bit of a poll. So should we get that going?
I think we should. Let's see. This little plus sign says engage with your audience, and then it says start a poll. It says I need to ask a question optionally, which is odd. But the question at hand is, should we have more than 5 vowels?
Proto-vowels or
let's say proto-vowels, and I'm going to say proto-vowel qualities. So that leaves at least some availability for length or for other sort of stuff. And Magpie, I agree with you. It should always be going by that nice hunky-dory sonority hierarchy for sure. I think our patrons have spoken, or I think our leaders have spoken.
All of them?
Well, I mean, maybe. Oh, nearly
Wait,
all.
am I allowed to vote?
I think you're the only. Yes, you are.
Okay.
Okay. And I didn't vote, but I know what my answer would be. And the answer is
No.
NAR.
No.
NAR. So we are having less than 5 vowels. Note the wording of that, which means that it's not more than equal to, is less than. So it is 4 or nothing. And honestly, I vibe. I like this. Oh, I needed this. I'm going to delete row and delete our row here. No, delete row. Wonderful. Cool.
You say okay, you say more than 5. I don't know if we need the E.
I don't think we need the E either. I think that's what I'm getting at. I think that this 4 vowel system is going to be it. I don't think we need a 5th vowel, and especially we don't need or a.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's very much giving Pankashku with normal rounding.
It is.
I mean, who else? Who else does this?
I'm used to the EAO system, so kind of the opposite of this. That's found in a lot of, I think Nawak does that. Algonquin languages somewhat do this a little bit. Yes, 4 vowel systems, Magpie, weird concurrence. Yes, 4 vowel systems are amazing because
how many vowels are you up to in songlang now?
That is also a great question. Okay, so 6 is something. That's not big enough. Oh, that's plenty enough. That's plenty enough. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Blar. Interesting.
Okay.
So we had a kind of. Go ahead, Jake.
I'm just looking at the chart. The chart.
The chart.
Like I'm thinking like how much do we want to plan this we are saying first of all from the get-go there is going to be tone.
Yeah, there's going to be tone. I mean, I think that's our branding.
Yeah. Which then leads us into the question of how are we getting the tone and how do we want to plan for that? Because and like and also like so we had thought on one hand of following the current trend. Although I think I'm the only one who's actually produced something Australian-ish post Tethys revealing Campingo, aren't I? And I haven't even properly released anything. Like I know Aria said she was going to do some, but I've not seen it. No, Bubba.
Yeah, please. Thank you for the triple J. So with that being said, Jake, are you arguing that we should just gut the fricative row?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because fricatives are useful for tone as well.
They are.
But it could be that we just have H or just have S, or maybe we have both.
Both. I'm feeling a both, or like an S and an H and then period. I have not personally done a tonal proto language.
Me neither.
Yes, that would be very interesting, like venture. I've especially since Proto-Bantu is reconstructed with tone, and all that shenanigans with all those languages and how tone emerges is like beautiful. I don't know, because I think what we were also saying, and one of the notes that I've brought up a little bit, and this is going to come to hopefully some surprise, is that yes, and then for sure, but we kind of maybe thought about some sort of pharyngalization, some sort of like creaky, voicey ways about it.
But I do wonder if we do that, then do we also want that?
Okay, I need to think. This is proto. Having voicing is okay. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Yes, I think this will be a cool, maybe like venture in. The only thing I maybe could raise is this is probably will be just shot down immediately. But you know what? Let's see. This is called Chaosville, and we don't care anymore. Bang. Bam!
Okay, give me a sec, because I was off copying and pasting stuff. No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
In my crusade against
Mhm.
dental fricatives. Okay, what I would say is,
God damn it, Jonathan.
like, okay, if we're doing this thing with a pharyngalization
Yeah.
concept, then to me it makes sense to go all the way. I'm trying to like if we could do like a sibilant non-sibilant thing, I guess. But it feels like I just find that there's so many conlangs with in, and I'm not here for it.
So gut the thetas.
Just got
Gut them. Would it be detrimental to our efforts to do, this?
No, I actually wanted a distinction between the dental nasal and the alveolar nasal.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I'll just bring it back. Oh gosh, no, what happened? Manzi. Okay, I don't know how that happened. Did it control Y and then control I was not control Y?
Okay.
I agree.
So,
Yes.
like, if she's happening, we're probably getting ba and pa and ba. How do you feel about palatals in the proto language?
Palatals in the proto language I'm content with. I would highly prefer them as pure palatal stops.
This is the same thing that Jonathan has, isn't it? Where neither of you like ch and j.
There's nothing wrong with chunja. I think coming off of Yaacháy, which has kind of like the 3 series of affricates, that so part of me want that C and that bar J dotless. It just feels nice. It feels good.
Like cha ja.
Cha-cha.
Cha ja.
No, go away.
Uh
I'm also kind of the pharyngalization. Oh gosh, is I don't know how I'm feeling about it no more. I think. I think going back to like that 2 fricative system, I think it's going to do us a little good. I think I shot too close to the sun with the pharyngalization.
yeah. As Jonathan says, Jonathan's like, please keep it.
Please keep it.
Yeah.
It does make good tonogenesis food. That is true.
Okay. In defense of those Z's or Z's, God, what's happening to me? If we have the TD distinction, I think having the SZ distinction makes sense to me.
I think it makes sense to you too. I think
it to you.
It doesn't not make sense. I think it could go either way. I can see it either being included and being like, "Hey, I'm a Z, hello," or it could kind of be like, "Just we have a voicing distinction and stops, but nothing in fricatives."
I guess.
Shall we consult the world? Not world grammarization. The world atlas of language structures to see how.
Okay, I was looking into the pharyngals for a while.
Okay.
The B is, well, part of it is complicated because they're only really used in like
Arabic-ish,
like the Semitic sphere.
Yeah.
No, not Semitic. Is it just Semitic, or is it also in other Afroasiatic?
It might be. I know. I'm trying to think. I know that a lot of them kind of emerge with adjectives, or employ.
Yeah, like
yeah.
It's from the emphatic series. Yeah. Oh, wait. Like, yeah, it's this emphatic thing. It's not. I don't think that people think that there was historically a pharyngeal K, because this it's not a million miles away off of. Like, I know velarization is different, but in terms of like the kind of mouth positioning, like they're not hugely to me. Like I'm not that familiar with either, and I know that they sound different. But anyway,
Yeah, like I'm trying to
I guess
it's like it's much more deep than like I don't know than the velarization, but it feels like the action's different. Like that's going to play. It's either with the fricative sa and then sa. So it's like I feel a stronger pull back with the pharyngeal than I do the velar, which I mean makes
it makes sense because one is further back.
Amen.
Okay. Do we want more? Do we want the uvula stop?
Yes, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes to that. I'm gonna also just, for our intents and purposes, I'm gonna do a little bit of this. Gosh darn it, Mary. What are you doing? Thou. So we know our place. But Herm. Oh God.
I don't want fat.
No.
Oh,
My series of Herms are coming in the form of we have.
I feel like
Yeah.
this is a little dark and depressing. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
a nice light gray.
Yeah, I think that gives a little more.
We're obviously having the Africa.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Like, honestly, like, how chaotic would it be just for like this? And like fully go like
Oh.
full This would be a lot. No, I can't do it. I can't stop on this. I do think that I think we need to maybe revisit fringalization. It's not going to go away. I think it's going to come back. But
No.
no.
I
Are we doing it?
got attached to her now.
Oh, you're attached to her now. Oh shit. Okay, it's sold.
Okay, I would be fine with just having it on alveolus though.
I would also.
Okay.
Noise. I like this.
Which then begs the question: are we doing? Nah.
Here's what I will say. I will say yes. And why I say yes is because I think we are very often in the position where we don't get a lot of like tones on nasal onsets. And having the pharyngalization distinction will kind of put us in a good place to potentially have a more varied tonal contrast before that like N.
Mm-hmm. And
let's save her for later. I don't want that with the approximates yet. She'll come back.
okay.
Yeah. Would it be
use your trick from earlier if I can?
Would it be safe to just delete the affricate row?
Yes.
Okay.
It's always safe to just delete the affricate row.
Love it. Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're having a G.
Here's what I think about this. I think generally when we think about like voicing gaps in languages, it goes from like being voiced more closely to the mouth versus more like to be unvoiced to the back. Unless these two are kind of going to be some semblance, I don't know. I think my gut is saying that because we're going from like front to back, then it may be more likely to say voiced D, or voiced G rather. But also, my gut says like either these kind of go away, and we just have voicing in the alveolars, or we say they're back for good.
Let's keep them.
Let's keep them.
I'm feeling iffy about the palatals at this point, but I think it's going to be interesting to work with them.
Yes.
Okay. Nasals. If we're having the palatal stops, there's no way that I'm doing no palatal nasals.
Heard.
So, wait, why did I say nasals? I mean, I don't know no voiceless nasals at this stage. I think
no.
I think we could get them.
Get like, voiceless nasals.
I mean,
yeah, I think we could.
Like they're not they're not being grayed out.
Not being grayed out.
And as Bubba says, what about nah?
Nah. Nah. I have a very, very I learned this word also, Bubba, sordid relationship with Nga. Nga is good. Nga is great.
I like her.
Yeah, thank you, Nga, for our food. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I don't want to do these. Okay. I hate approximates. I hate approximates so much. They're the bane of my existence because there's where's the friction? There isn't any. It's approximated.
I like them because they remind me of Spanish.
Huh.
Like I think that approximants have like there's something there which is like I don't know, just very relaxing. Like because she doesn't have to touch all the way. It's not a full ba, it's a ba, you know? And
I think I do.
we're having yeah because we need to.
Ooh, oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, absolutely yes. Ooh.
Now, what do we always say?
What do we always say?
If you're gonna have a vowel consonant, why not have a labial?
Yeah. Consonants. Let's do it. You tempted me too far, Jake. Yeah. My beloved Kwa. My Kwa, my Kwa. Kwa, 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 kwa.
My labialized vowels bring all the voice of yard.
Yes, they really do. I'm usually tempted by your labiovelars in the yard. And damn right are they good. Plain. Labialized. And then we'll get the gua on the board. Screw you formatting. No. For those at home, if you can tell me how to just turn off auto formatting on Google Docs, I will be gratefully indebted to you.
We will format this properly in due course.
Yes, amen.
But for now,
this is where we are at in our lives.
Yeah.
Nice. And nice.
And
hi, Tethys.
We mentioned you earlier.
Yes, I will scroll down, Tethys. Jake has taken, and me inclusive, has taken your kind of ley line idea and flushed it out a little bit. So, and Jake, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming around this here line without maybe that, is there some midline going on, and then we have tone in the mountains. This is the language that we really haven't displayed too much of yet. I scroll up.
Okay. Do we want a contrast in the vela approximant?
That was my thought as well, and why I was at first reluctant to include the labialis velar column at first, but I mean I'm a man after my own heart. I'm gonna say that.
Is there such a thing as this?
I want to say.
I mean,
the two languages that I know that have some flavor of distinction between those two is, I believe it is somewhat preserved in Guarani. In Tlingit, I think that distinction has been completely erased in favor of Wa.
Well, it's always going to move that direction.
It is.
Yeah, so yeah, Guarani has ra versus wa distinction. Where ra is just written as G.
Yes. I'm going to say that these two sounds are one and the same, and that this is the allophone before our rounded vowels, and this is the allophone over our unrounded vowels. And I think with this free variation intact, having this distinction, I'm not complaining.
So does that mean that we're going to have uwu?
That means that uwu, Arias, if you're listening, is a very valid syllable structure.
Okay. Yeah. I like. We mentioned the Australian hypothesis as well.
We almost only have 2 tethas, so give us some slack. We have increased to 5, but at least like through 2 and
We've only got 5 fricative.
No, please don't give me the bidental fricative.
Looking at Kongwa and Yaacháy, this is conservative.
This is two boats that we really have not gone down. This proto language, as it stands now, is very unique from the 2 of Yaacháy and then of Okise language that we had yet to disclose. But yes,
So,
very 2 different.
There's one thing I am wondering about.
Proceed.
And it is this section here. But like, for me, there's one thing that I was thinking about, which is usually if there is a pharyngalization distinction, there will also be an epiglottal or pharyngeal approximate, not approximate.
Or well, yeah, either. Here's what I was thinking this as well. I was saying that this whole glottal column, if we're just saying that this is our only fricative, then there's pretty much nothing is prohibiting either this wholesaling as that, or yeah, to have some like IH sort of deal.
I mean, I think we could get people to vote on that.
I think we could as well.
Give the people what they want.
So, how shall back fricatives work? Question mark. Uvular and glottal. No uvular, but pharyngeal. I can spell it correctly. Noise.
Let's see.
Noise, not noise. Pepsi is asking, where did we get ugh? Where the comes from is kind of having this distinction between plain and labialized, and not just, I guess, not having the labelization.
Wait, what do these options mean?
So the options are we go with a uvular and a glottal and no pharyngeal, or we have no uvular and then we just have a pharyngeal fricative.
And the H?
The H, if so far, if the option that is winning still wins, we would have chi and H. If some way the the losing option wins, which is looking like it's not going to. But that would just leave us with H and nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We got one. It seems like we have reached the same
Yeah.
amount of people as voters.
I was also thinking it would be the pharyngeal.
Oh. So, oh. I mean, yes, and I'm. Shall we? How should we interpret this poll, Jake? Now that I have pulled a David and created a really shitty option.
I think we just say we're doing that. I think this is a cool system, personally.
I think this as well. Are that's the voice? Yes. Okay, there we go. I think it's a cool system as well. This is one that I haven't really seen.
Do we want to make this also pharyngeal, like just a?
How is that even? Okay.
Or, yeah, the H with the bar.
H bar. Planck's constant. Well, actually, no. H is Planck's constant. I apologize. H bar is Planck's constant over 2 pi. Because they needed an abbreviation for that, so it's just so commonly used.
Are we going with this?
I think we are. The poll does not reflect that, so I'm going to ask. Arjun's okay with this.
People seem okay.
We want to know.
I'm not sure how we're going to Romanize it, but that's half the fun, isn't it?
And here's the thing: that is not even like a thought in our little bubbles yet.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. So far, we are reaching unanimity. Easy. Yeah, we'll Romanize it. Jonathan, I tried to prove that spontaneously and I just couldn't. With the iron, I think that's a great idea. Why not add a little Hebrew when we need to? Also, everybody is okay with the poll. Everybody with the poll. Everybody is okay with the consonant as it stands. Beautiful.
Wait, it's an approximate?
This is an approximate? No, it is not. I don't think it's an approximate. Yeah, that is a voice pharyngeal.
I guess. Yeah, it's ambiguous because they're like. Yeah, well, like there's not.
Yeah, at
full contact, is there?
Contact, like the Jodie Foster movie when she meets her dead on the beach.
Yeah.
So
welcome to.
I just want to know that I went to it was at an antique mall, so they had like little like vendors or whatever that you could buy stuff from, and one of them had a kind of like retro little T-shirts, and I bought this like contact T-shirt, and I'll post a picture of it on the Discord because it's definitely saved in my my photos. But the word contact, I had it because I saw Jake's flop those rows, was glow in the dark. So I would go into like the nighttime and contact wouldn't be white. It would be that beautiful like green that looks like coming from uranium, but no, it's just glow in the dark.
It had to be done, Miles. This forced my hand.
Yeah, that does look nicer. Yeah, that does look way nicer, TBH.
And it's like the nasals do their whole thing with the stops, and yeah.
Tweeka. Oh my gosh. We have a fully fledged consonant and vowel inventory.
A vowel inventory? Who's Val?
Oh my gosh. Also, I want to say, well, actually, I think we are done with the vowels. Why I said that is when I was doing the poll for this.
Listen, we have R.
Jonathan, we have so much R. Ra, ra, ra.
We
Now,
could add. Okay, let's talk about syllable structure.
wait, before we do that, I want to see, because also I had mentioned in the poll that we wanted 4 vowel qualities. We didn't say about any sort of like lengthy-ish sort of deal, but to be honest, if we do just a CV and then have a vowel hiatus, we're gonna get vowel if we wanted it. So I'm gonna shut up and I'll let you talk about phonotactics.
Okay. Okay. Are we doing real, like in the nicest way? Like, I know trills aren't true approx. They're not the approximatiest approximates, but they belong there more than they belong
Anywhere
else, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's where I put her usually. I mean, I'm not gonna put a whole row that's just dedicated to a trill. Ew, why would I do that?
I mean,
like, but you know what? We're here to foster an inclusive community and not detract any people from our viewership, at least yet. So I think yes, trill. Do what you want.
okay. What I would say is if we did move them into their own thing, we could get L. And as someone who's been campaigning to have conlangs include this phonemes that allow you to make your own name, although
Yeah.
we're not going to have Jake though. I guess it could be Die.
Oh god.
Sexy.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, above or below? Oh no,
Teak.
we'd have to make it below for the trills.
I agree.
We could get L.
Okay. Do we
Jick? You think that my name is Jick? I mean, actually, he sounds a little Scottish, doesn't it?
A little bit dick.
Jick.
I feel like no matter way, dick or dyke it's not coming out the best. Oh, hi Patrick, welcome.
Patrick. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Bubba is requesting either a blah or a ra.
No.
And that's what I was going to say as well. Great. I think other than
a language for cats.
For cats.
For cats.
The cats.
Is that the same gray? No, it's not.
It is. No, it's not. You know what? I'm gonna say that this looks good.
I think she looks sexy.
I'm gonna say, wow. Everybody, yes. Look how beautiful this looks.
Okay, I'm just gonna say now, like, Jonathan saying hey to Patrick, and I'm sitting like I'm reading this as Jonathan saying, "Hey, Eli, why are you doing that?" I have fallen victim to the Jonathan internet tone.
They're like, let's just do only tones. Oh my days.
Oh, okay. Okay, so um, we've got two kind of ideas. Phono, for the cat language. So either like because we we've said fusional, right? Which first
Magpie, you are a saint and a half. Thank you so much.
wait, we do?
Yeah, we do.
I'm so sorry.
And then just to check, the text is all black. Wonderful.
Okay.
The velar approximant is in free variation, depending on the rounding of the vowel it follows or it precedes. The unrounded, as it could be surmised, but to ensure that future people understand our intentions, that the unrounded plain velar approximant shall emerge prior to unrounded vowels, namely ah and e, while its counterpart, the labialized velar approximant, otherwise called W, is found prior to the rounded vowels. Oh, and I love sentence structure. Oh, I'm a teacher. I very much do. As soon as they told me back in like high school English that I needed to switch up my sentence structure and have more complex sentences, now I can't stop. I just like to put a comma at any place and have dependent clauses strong day in and day out. I'm also letting Jake cook. So Jake is cooking up some good stuff with some old Chinese fall tone that.
When you say it like that, it sounds like a slur, and I know it's not. But
which word?
Chinese.
Chinese?
Oh, okay. Bye, Jonathan.
Bye, Jonathan. Go cook actual food.
So I Chinese is
Chinese.
Chinese. I assume actually Chinese, which to me doesn't sound like a slur. It just sounds like a speech impediment.
Chinese.
But anyway,
Interesting. Yeah.
um, so basically, what this would be saying is that like should I just pull out the screenshot that I sent you earlier?
I think you just might as well. I think it's a good thing. Also, all just so you know, there are people outside of my apartment, and they are kind of like yelling at each other because I think they almost might hit each other with their cars. So that's lovely.
I don't know if that helped or not.
Right now I don't see. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
And I want to do something that I probably did a long time ago: is zoom in.
Mm-hmm. So basically, we don't know a huge amount about how this whole thing worked, but basically, you could have like a there's these affixes which you can use derivationally, and they result in a difference in tone as the kind of final product. So, like the example at the top is this the departing tone, which is one of the 4 tones in Middle Chinese, comes from this final S. And so you get jin to jins coming out as jin and jin. Okay, they're the same in Mandarin.
Yeah, but T. Those are
Yeah.
two very different. Nah, and nay, very different.
So nah.
Nah and nay. Sure and sure.
Zh. Well, or z, z. You can do it with a z.
Oh.
If you're being kind of Taiwanese or Southwestern about it.
Oh, I wish I was Nymphia Wind.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah, like we all should aspire to be Nymphia Wind.
So this was one idea. Then the other one was to it was basically that the tone was going to be more secondary, I guess. I guess it was basically going to be Latin, but not Latin. If that makes sense. Like, I think it's the go-to example of a fusional language. And like something that doesn't seem too hard to achieve. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm more excited about the Chinese one, but that's probably just because it's one of my special interests and not because it's actually the best idea for this.
I think with the fusional language, this is so, I don't know if I'm going to say this right. I think tone will definitely develop somehow, some way. With that being said, me and you been in discussions about thinking about like, hey, tone plus like fusional is an odd combo. And with that kind of like in the vein, having a very, very restricted way of how tone emerges. Not really so much in say like a voice onset versus a voiceless onset versus like a coda loss. It's more so like here are like I'm thinking Choctaw, for example. Choctaw, you have a high tone either on the ultimate or the penultimate syllable, and that's the only place it ever occurs. Every other utterance prior is on non-tonal. I think it's actually a phrase final tone, if I'm not mistaken. If someone who's more familiar on Choctaw than I, let me know. But something similar to that name, but also that is again kind of going down the
yeah, because we'd also talked about I guess the thing is Latin but not Latin isn't. I don't know what the phonotactical implications would be, because the reason why I brought this up around the idea of phonotactics is because you would basically want to have like a core syllable and then a peripheral, and then the peripheral loses its vowel and becomes these affixes.
There, yeah.
And I thought it could be quite a cool thing, like, because one of the things that's quite fun with Yatlao is that we have these modifiers, and you can kind of try and think through, like, if you have your root, what each of the differences would be. And I think it would be cool because it would be like the thing that's really nice with Navajo is that it's so verb centered, right?
Yes.
And so you can kind of like imagine these words being built out, you know?
I got two things to say. I actually got three. Number one is the people are craving the tonal lad.
Yeah, and also like I don't think that you brought it up with the Choctaw discussion. That reminded me we talked about the forbidden pitch accent idea. Basically whether we would do time but have it only be on a certain syllable, for example. I think that leaning into the tonal Latin, if that's what people want, isn't that bad an idea.
I don't think it's that bad an idea. Hello? I don't think it's that bad of an idea either. I do not understand how I continually like speak English and remain intelligible to people. Like, it is beyond me. Like, I can't. The second thing I wanted to say is that yes, tone is good, but that is hopefully our instance, the auto-segmental portion of things. And we should think about the actual segments and what sort of ones we're going to be getting. And I have an idea of maybe kind of like potentially with like onfit code or whatever. Not. The third thing is that we got 20 minutes to potentially come up with some sort of poll for them to vote on.
I think a poll on phonotactics might be fun.
Ooh, okay.
So
wait, before we do a test just wrote, because I think she's not wrong. You know how Greek has ioticism, which already a word I cannot say. I think Miles' idiolect has alphacism, where I just reduce everything to A, and the answer is yes. I tried to teach my students today what a diphthong was, and notoriously, I cannot produce most diphthongs. I guess most ones starting down in that lower region. But yes, the voting. Here's what I will say: the patrons shall be voting on the following: on whether or not we have open syllables, of course, whether we have
open syllables.
Oh, val hiatus. Ah, I see.
I don't think that. Wait, I guess
Hmm. Mandatory. Here's the thing, Titus, you were saying mandatory codas. I was literally about to say mandatory onsets.
And I'm saying mandatory meeting.
Oh, I love a mandatory meeting. Oh man, we have a first timer here. Whoa, it's Sketch. Hello. Welcome. I'm so glad you get to catch the last 20 minutes. Whoa, it's Sketch.
We were wondering how you found us. Oh, this is areas adjacent development.
Oh, it could be, maybe. I do not know. I'll let you peruse. I'm gonna cook some codas out and see what's going on here. So in terms of codas, I think it's gonna be rather uncontroversial to potentially have nasal codas. Oh, a friend of Arya's as well at Sketch. Welcome. Oh, and Bubba, you have a wonderful dinner. I'm glad you could join us for the Bouba.
So yeah, nasal's uncontroversial. I mean, just in general, CVC quite uncontroversial.
I think so as well. I'm gonna say CV and then alveolar only. And that is because it is the main place of articulation, right? I mean, every sound, everything's accounted, and that's where we also have good old pharyngalization. And I think having that in the coda could prove interesting as well, especially if we start kind of doing some like pharyngeal, say, like assimilation rather, spreading.
I'm also thinking like kind of what would fit in here. I think we want some onset clusters.
Interesting. I don't think it's going to be an approximate, and why I say that is it could be argued potentially that our plain versus labialized velar columns could be interpreted as like, or better labialized as plain velar plus what clusters, and that's going to get seedy really fast. I do like the idea of something before, say, the vowel immediate.
Oh my god, what if our structure was cover? Like
Kappa?
So consonant, alveolar, vowel, and then an optional final alveolar.
This would make
I think Zon.
That's actually a really good form, and I was surprised I was trying to make it bad, but I unironically love it.
Yeah, I think this could be an Ingala moment, you know.
That's really wild, and I think, ooh, oh, Tethys, please, oh my gosh,
Sa, sa, sa,
Qua.
sta. I'm fine with sta.
I'm fine with sta. Saw. I think if we do give the patrons a valid option, or give them these options, we need to be very specific about like sonority hierarchy with kind of initial clusters.
But I think that we should consider. I don't think that we need to have everything everywhere all
All at once.
um,
Yeah.
um, like like
Yeah.
because there's as much as it can be fun to be like all consonants and all of these, like because we could also very much force like a schwa in, like
Yeah, and like have it be some sort of relief of that. Yeah, because this is a protoform. This is a reconstructed, language. So having like, again, this is going to be more wild. This is also a valid onset, and now I'm literally trying to do something really, really shitty.
but we could say, for example, like with this, that C is is never a labialized vela, right?
Yeah.
But it would would also mean that when we see qua, for example, we know it's allowed because it's part of the because it's a single unit rather than an alveolar.
Yes. It's read as labialized because we're contrasting theoretically.
Although
Yeah.
the alternative is that we say we do allow that, and that when we insert the schwa, we end up with like a mudir.
And it kind of just like pops out as that. I see what you're going on with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That could be something.
Because it's also like, I think the other thing that I think of with fusional is that, I guess there are long words in Latin, obviously. Like, or in Spanish, like, onotorinolaryngologo, like, ear, nose, and throat doctor.
Yes.
Or like, even less one that's not alone, like importantissimo. Like you have the im and then the port and the ant and the is sim. Well, it has all these things, but all the units are kind of short. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, I would rather have all of the consonants as codas. Although I know that I thought that about what was it? Wikipedia as well, and then it ended up being a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, with the amount of consonants that we have, having them all be valid codas, that doesn't seem unlikely. It seems
But we're native English speakers. We have so many possible codas.
Honestly, yeah, we do. Yeah.
Uh, I I think we need some time to like work out what these polls are going to be.
Yeah.
But I'm quite happy with where we are. It's not where I thought we were going to be.
It is far from where I thought we were going to be, but I'm glad that we're here.
Um, okay, on the Arabicness,
Hmm.
it does really feel Arabic-y. Wait, does Arabic have a palatal series? No, they have the stops, don't they?
I think I actually don't know. If my complete misunderstanding of Arabic, but I mean, actually, no, I'm thinking of Turkish. Never mind. That's like velar consonants, palatal in front of front vowels. But I don't know if Arabic does that. Yeah. Yeah. They have post-alveolar fricatives. Good point. Um,
I think part of it is that like anything with the pharyngals in feels kind of Arabic on some level to
yeah.
me. Um,
You just need to turn that up and down and like, oh, those fringals feel very like Haida to me.
yeah, because they I would say this also reminds me a lot of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, same. Especially with like the labelized dealer. Yes, and
Mhm. Um, I'm thinking like
also that too. The lack of P does it. And six done too. And then like Pacific Northwest definitely has less labelized consonants than this. Like and like M, yes, she's there. Like she's there. But is like she could be invited. Like she might be there, but we don't know for sure.
how are we feeling about the B still and no P?
I'm very fine with no P.
Okay.
With that I just like that bizarre example.
Okay, like yeah.
Hey, I mean, you can't have petroleum without being British. That's BP for you.
The same. Um
Just call me Exxon.
uh so yeah. Um
I do as well, Danielle. British petroleum.
um like what else is there to think about?
I think there's right now what could my I mean, we know we're doing a CV structure. I mean, we're go that I mean that's bare bones there. I think the answer is do we have hiatus and do we have say what sort of codas are we doing?
I would like to have vowel initial words.
Oh. So you are saying
Yeah.
okay. I'm very amenable to that. I'm very fine with that. And it saves us a little bit of I don't know. Because again, with back to the point of sounding Arabic, Arabic also has like a mandatory onset, and that kind of comes into play, right? Because they have that nice happy pharyngeal glottal distinction. I think because we only have a pharyngeal, it just TBH it darkens the vowel a little bit too much to make me think that a null onset could not work, or I'm sorry, a mandatory onset could not work.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think that we're gonna have to think about how these pharyngals interact with our vowels and everything, um, and yeah, see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited. Season two. Well, actually, this might be just like hell, like season one. I mean,
Really, this is season
this
one.
is really season one. I mean, this is our Korean age. We were one when we were born, and then now this is our year 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I think people on stream, how are we vibing? How you feeling about this, about what we got up going? Bingo bongo bingo.
Yeah. I think that I just come across as slightly less charismatic because I'm up against you.
You're against me. That dead ass. Like this it's pretty Bouba. I mean, we're on brand. We're voting with their heart. We got one Arias convert going through. So Arias, you have done your disciple well.
Disciple.
Ah.
Okay. I'm still not sure. Like, so one poll is going to be what, CV option, like that versus. Oh God, what is happening?
Okay.
Versus what? And then also V versus.
Yes, I think putting. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, and versus VM too, to kind of. Yeah, I think because of the options that we are giving people, I think having, say, this one be the more non-binding and this one being more of the binding poll, I think makes sense. I think we have a chance to potentially kind of wiggle around this with some guidance, and this one is going to shoe us in somewhere. And I feel very content with that.
And remember that. Oh, we can get some tone from our voicing merging and stuff.
Absolutely.
So Psa and Psa will end up as
if you can.
I was thinking about the clan. It's because I'm using my Vietnamese keyboard.
Got it. Okay. Like the Fuchs, the fork. I like this idea.
Oh yeah, the long vowels. Well, if we have vowels in hiatus, then I think
guaranteed
get them anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
And I'm also very down for having this pharyngalization because it gives us a nice fortis lenis-y thing.
Say something. I'm gonna put these here and just say right now we're uncertain. But I'm liking where we're going. Is currently are we going to have sound changes, fixed sonority, hierarchy violations, or just a lot of them proto forms? I think what we'll do is if there is a sonority hierarchy violation, a empathetic schwa will be added, and then that might have some coloring effects based upon what other vowels / consonants are in the system. But if it does obey sonority hierarchy, then it shall remain as such.
You call it an empathetic schwa?
Schwa. That's what it is, a schwa.
It's a schwa.
Well, you don't say, the letter O sounds like O, so schwa should have a schwa at the end. Schwa.
Schwa. To me, it will always be schwa.
Yes, it will.
And the letter I guess it has a ya in.
I'm making a compelling point. Like, you wouldn't say E because letter E is spelled like E.
Unless you speak literally, I think, any language that's not been in contact with English. I wish. Like when you learn how to spell using Latin letters in Japanese, and they're like I, B, C, D, E, F.
Oh, I love F. Well, our Bouba is coming to a close, but we'll get that pull out to you as soon as we can, and we will rejoin for our Bouba next week.
So Toilai, isn't it?
Taitla.
Oh, Taitla. Yeah.
Taitla.
We're so professional anyway.
Yeah. Well, I know it because I wrote it on my board. I'm giving my students a Yaacháy word of the block, so they get a Yaacháy word every 75 minutes.
Stunning.
Yes. Cool. But
have you added Tlaku? Have you added Tlaku?
I've not yet. I'm waiting for the derivational morphology.
Okay. Stunning.
But yes, keep Bouba. I hope you had enjoyed your Bouba for your weekly dosage. And our parting words are Shua.
Have we got a new outro? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye! Stop!
I love it.
Stop! That's too cute.
It's too cute.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Well, it's sketch. We're citing you. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Wait, it's just me? Oh no, I don't think Miles did it right. Yeah. I don't know how to fix this. I guess I just leave the call.